Hello, everybody. My name is Todd, and welcome to the CINCILINGUA membership program. It's great to have you all here as members of our program. As most of you probably know, CINCILINGUA is a language institute, and we are located in Cincinnati, Ohio. And Cincinnati, Ohio is part of the Midwestern region of the United States of America. And again, it's great to have you with me here for our lesson video. And this lesson video is actually a continuation of a series that we've been working through. And this is lesson 12 of our series, and it's part 1 of lesson 12. Okay, so we're going to proceed here with our first idiom for business English. And that idiom is to come up with, to come up with. It means to think of, to think of. We have an example sentence here, as we normally do, and this example sentence reads, the human resource director came up with a new way to reduce employee turnover. She has invented a new strategy to prevent employees from leaving the company. The human resource director came up with a new way to reduce employee turnover. She has invented a new strategy to prevent employees from leaving the company. Yeah, so she came up with this new way, this idea. She thought of this new way. And here, this word turnover, if you're not familiar with that word, turnover refers to like if a company, for example, has high turnover, it means that the employees are leaving and then they come in, they leave, they come in, and it can be a problem for a company to have a high turnover or a high turnover rate. And so that's what this human resource director came up with, this new way to reduce that problem. Okay, so that is to come up with, to think of. Now, we move on to this, well, it's an adjective, catchy, catchy. And it means memorable, memorable, appealing, appealing or attractive, interesting. If something is catchy, it catches your attention, is the idea. It catches your attention and it is memorable. You remember it because of its interest or because of its appeal. And our example sentence here, it reads, the advertising department has to come up with a catchy slogan for the new and improved laundry detergent. The slogan needs to be easy to remember and get the consumer's attention. The advertising department has to come up with a catchy slogan for the new and improved laundry detergent. The slogan needs to be easy to remember and get the consumer's attention. So here we're using our previous idiom, to come up with, and our new word here, catchy, meaning memorable, appealing, interesting, able to catch your attention. Okay. And let's see. So we will move on to this idiom, which is on good grounds, on good grounds. In this expression, grounds means, you can think of grounds as meaning like a foundation. Okay, and so the meaning here is based on rationality or sound reasoning, based on rationality, logic, or sound reasoning, on good grounds, on a good foundation, that foundation being logic or rationality in this case. And our example expresses this. I decided to terminate the contract with the supplier on good grounds. They were found to be unreliable and dishonest. I decided to terminate the contract with the suppliers on good grounds, with good reason, or based on sound reasoning. They were found to be unreliable and dishonest. Those were the grounds. That was the foundation of my decision, right? It was a reasonable decision. It was a rational decision. Okay, and now to register a trademark. If a company or a person can do this also, registers a trademark, he or she or the company formally registers a symbol, a name, a logo, etc., with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, the USPTO. Okay, so to register a trademark means to formally register a symbol, a name, logo, etc., with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, the USPTO. Okay, so a trademark you can think of as like a patent, but the trademark is actually a kind of a symbol, okay, for a brand, for example, okay? And here's our example sentence. You must register a trademark in business to protect your product from theft. You must register a trademark in business to protect your product from theft. Yeah, so that trademark, that symbol, that logo, it indicates, it's like your signature. It indicates that is your possession, that you invented that, or that is your possession, and so it is a protective action to register a trademark. Okay, and now to beat someone to. This means to do something before someone else has a chance. To do something before someone else has a chance. To do something before another person. Okay. Our example, it says, I wanted to speak to the vice president about worker efficiency, but my coworker beat me to it. She spoke to the vice president first. So this was my intention. I wanted to speak to him, but before I had the chance to do that, before I had the opportunity to do that, my coworker did it. She beat me to it. Okay, so again, I wanted to speak to the vice president about worker efficiency, but my coworker beat me to it. She did it first. She spoke to the vice president first. All right, so in this lesson video, we have looked at 5 idioms. And we started with to come up with, and we said that to come up with means to think of, to think of. So you have to think of ideas. We come up with ideas. For example, catchy refers to something that, well, it's an adjective, and it describes something that is able to catch your attention. So catchy phrase or a catchy slogan is something that is memorable. It is something that is captivating, interesting, appealing, attractive. It's catchy. And on good grounds, grounds here really refers to like a foundation. And in this expression, the foundation would be reason or logic or rationality. So if you, for example, make a decision on good grounds, you make a decision based on rationality, on logic, on sound reasoning, on good grounds. And then we talked about this action of to register a trademark, and that's a formal action that somebody or a company will take to register with the U.S. Patent and Trade Office, the USPTO, in order to protect their product. And they do that by registering. They will have a logo, some kind of a symbol that is like a signature. That symbol says, this is my property. And the reason that people will do this, or companies will do this, is to protect that property from theft. Okay. And then to beat someone to means to do something before another person has the opportunity to do the same thing, or has the chance to do the same thing. To do something first. Okay, to beat someone to, and sometimes we say to beat someone to the punch. And that's a expression that comes from boxing, for example, to beat someone to the punch. So you punch somebody before they punch you is the idea. All right, all right, so we're going to wrap up this lesson video, and before doing so, I'm going to wish you a wonderful remainder of your day. Again, I want to thank you for joining me here today for this lesson video. I want to thank you for your attention as well as for your attendance. And so, yeah, I'm going to sign off here for now from Cincinnati, Ohio. And I'm looking forward to seeing you here with me next time. So again, have a wonderful remainder of your day. And thank you for joining us.